First off, I want to point out, wearing 915, El Paso strong, we got to do. I'm here in El Paso, Texas. But today caught, I guess it's one of his most recent videos.
They made this
young Ripa
big deal out of.
It was posted 4 hours ago. He's a gamer. He headlines a metal band, and he's a comic book movie enthusiast and everything. Posts a lot of movies. Young Ripa, love this dude, man. Really great stuff that he points out. Intelligent stuff, because blacks were not. A lot of blacks are. I'm still confused about blacks that are just ignorant, that are just dumb. The information is there. Democrats have been in power in your districts for many years, and yet nothing's been done. These places are complete shitholes. I mean, look at the district that Maxine Waters, is in charge of. These districts are complete shitholes, and yet somehow these politicians have a voice. And I don't know why you dumbasses haven't gone after them and to say, hey, why are you even talking? Have you even done your job? Look at the district. It is shit, literal shit. And you are up here talking. You need to shut the hell up until you fix something. But anyway, so apparently the WNBA
it's one of the
NBA 2K has now added WNBA players. Why not just create their own game? See, I have a serious problem. Yes, the NBA 2K announces WNBA players, and a river of sexism follows. Yeah, because why can't these girls just get their own video game? Let me guess why, and I'm pretty sure Young Rip is going to mention this himself, is there aren't that many video game females, playing, of course, a sports game. WNBA has been around for, a few years now. They don't draw a crowd. They especially don't draw a female crowd, because most girls would rather watch the men's dance up and down the court, shooting the ball and everything. Like my mom, who was a Dallas Cowboy fan, and it was like, Mom, you don't even watch the games. Why? How are you a fan? Then when at the time, of course, I was in Norfolk, Virginia. I was a kid. And it's like, Mom, you've never been to Texas. You've never been to Dallas. How the hell are you? Well, because I love their uniforms. They just look really good. Oh my God, look at their butts in their uniforms. Wait, you're a fan of the team because of their butts? See, so that's most women, because of these sexy men's, running up and down the field or running up and down the court. They're not actual fans of the sport. Now,
they're big blog notes that they come out each year before the game comes out. And a lot of these journalists, as you can see, are mad because of the jokes that came out of it. You can see this is one of the memes that talks about all the moves, the sexist memes and so forth, right? And the same thing with Polygon, sickening, saddening, and so forth, right? So people are basically mad at the simple fact that people are making jokes. Now, I want to give you guys some background about this before we get into the jokes themselves. 2K ran into this. They ran right into this. I'm going to tell you why. For those that don't play this game, it is a mess. I think it's an absolute joke that they have an esport. They have this game, a professional league based on this game, considering how uncompetitive. Well, this isn't a competitive game at all, right? This is a cheese fest. It is not a simulation basketball game, though it pretends to be. There's a whole lot of problems that happen within this game when you get to playing competitively, namely in My Career, or even, they have the My Team, which is basically their version of like an ultimate team with FIFA. But main mode that people play are the My Career, so they can go and play in the park with other players that they have created, or to play with other players that have their own created individual player. They have pro-am teams, which, that's what I play very competitively. Me and four of my guys, we get together, we play the pro-am against five other people. And they promoted it as if this is a simulation game and it's a cheese fest. And it's a pay to win sort of thing. Yes, you have to grind up to a certain point, but to get your guy to like 85 overall, you can just pay money. And then they have these boosts which incentivize you to continue to give them money, VC, and so forth. But it's not a competitive game, right? Now, the reason I'm mentioning that, you might be like, what the hell does this have to do with anything? Well, I'm not the only one saying this, that this game needs to be fixed. And one of the modes that we're seeing promoted is this WNBA thing, which nobody's going to play. Let's be realistic about the situation. Nobody is going to play, and it's being promoted as inclusiveness. This is long overdue, and so forth.
Okay. Now, I was watching the video at the very beginning. And I was like, nah, I need to post my own video, to this. And my generation was born 1970. My generation, we're the ones who got video games first. We were the first people to get video games. Pong, then Atari, ColecoVision, all of that stuff. Of course, arcade games, Pac-Man, Centipede. We were the first ones to get games, period, electronic games. And girls have always had access to these games. When arcades, McCoy's back home, and a huge arcade gaming center that was at Ward's Corner back home off of Granby Street in Little Creek Road. Arcades have always been around. When arcades became big, they were there. They were always around. Girls could play those games too. It wasn't just gender specific to guys. Pinball machines, of course, which have been around for many years, but when we'd go to the 7-Eleven to play, pinball or track and field, which was there at the time, and then that Kung Fu game that came out, and basically the games were there for everyone to play. Girls didn't play. So to have this dumbass lie that the NBA 2K is pointing out about, it's long overdue, and for gender and all this bullshit. Girls have been. It's not like video games were some secret woman hating secret society that us boys kept from the girls. The girls knew we were playing those games because we had girlfriends. The girls knew, well, what are you guys doing? We're playing the game. I don't see what the draw is of that. Well, can I come over? Well, yeah, but we're playing the game. So the girls would come over and, do you want to play? You want to play? No, I don't want to play. I just want to watch. So boys are stupid. So for y'all to sit here and say, men are keeping women out of these things. Boys are keeping women out of these things. Boys are stupid. Boys, we would always try to get the girlfriends to play the games. We would always try to get the girlfriends to play the games. So the girls knew the games were there. Now, these girls are grown women. I'm 49, so the girls that I dated, went to school with, things like that, they're my age. So they're now not only parents, but grandparents. So it's not like women never knew about video games, like it was some grand secret. These girls grew up with the games just the same way as we did, then became parents. Games were there, Game Boys and all that other stuff. Games were there, and the original Nintendos, all that. So game platforms were there, and now they're grandparents with grandkids. So the games again were there. There's no thing that says women, like it was some secret that just popped up yesterday. Oh my God, video games exist? What these secrets that these men's have been keeping from us? No, video games have been there for years. Well over 40 years, video games have been there. So women can play these games. They've had access to the games like us, but women didn't play video games, no matter how we tried to push them to play the games. Now, the whole gender bullshit, oh, it's been a long time coming. World of Warcraft, which I play, haven't played in years though, but which I play, I quit. Anyway, you can play a male or female character for years. Baldur's Gate, which came out on PC many years ago, play a male or female character. I also role play. So D&D, White Wolf, all these, you can play a female character. Most women don't play video games. Most of my friends, Cora, who owns Sunrise Games and Comics over on Dyer. It's a female. She owns a gaming shop. Who comes in there more often? The guys. It's a female-owned shop. This woman is what? Is it 60s, 70s? She's owned that shop as long as I've been in El Paso, which is over 25 years. She's owned that shop. Who comes in there more often? Guys. But it's a female-owned shop for comics, games, RPG games, tabletop games, but it's a female who owns it, and it's mostly guys that go. So, and there have been plenty of times that I've been there because they also host games and things like that, Hero Clicks, things like that, Magic the Gathering and all that. And the girlfriends would talk to Cora. What's the draw of this? And I'm like, you didn't ask your boyfriend? Because I'm pretty damn sure you did. But of course, they want a woman's perspective. And it's like, well, it keeps them off the street. That's one, keeps them out of trouble. For two, but I'm sick and tired of girls trying to change us. Men, we don't try to change girls. At least the good men don't. I want a woman who is a woman, straight up woman, but also the way I was raised, because my mom's motto is don't bring any weak ass bitches in my home. Because if you see my other video before this one from yesterday, my mom raised me, treat a woman like a princess or a queen unless she acts like a bitch, then you treat her like a bitch. And as I said, my mom's motto was don't bring any weak ass, because we were all sons. She had all sons, no girls. But if we had been born girls, do you think it would have been easier on us with the way my mom was, with the way my grandmother was? They were the matriarchs. They ran the family. These strong, powerful, beat your ass, shoot you woman. These were the women that my mom and grandma were. If we were girls, if we had been born girls, it would have been 10 times worse than how we were raised as boys. It would have been way worse because mom would have been like, oh, no, don't you be fucking crying. You get your ass out there and beat up that boy. You get your ass out there and you do what, nobody's going to tell you that you're going to, because, grew up black in the South, dealt with the actual Klan in the robes and all that. And my mom's thing was nobody can define you. You define you. Don't let anybody define you by the color of your skin. Martin Luther King. Let them judge you by your character. And so if we had been born, see, this is what gets me about this bullshit inequality crap. My mom is a black female, black woman. So two things that, you're a woman, the world's already against you. You're black, the world's already against you. So if you're a black woman, double that. And my mom still was like, ain't nothing standing in my way. Shut the hell up. I'll do what I want to do as long as I can do it. My mom would get out there and try it. She would see if she could do it. Not even really to actually do it, but to prove to herself and to prove to other, people around that she could. And either she'd stay interested or she'd be like, all right, I did it, accomplished it. Now I'm done. My mom was a pool shark. Now it is pool, but only men play pool. My mom was a pool shark. My mom had trophies, medals. My mom whipped everybody's ass in playing pool. I never played pool because that was my mom's thing. She would whip everybody's ass. Mark, I can't believe that you didn't take after your mom. You know, your mom, man, kicks everybody's ass. I'm surprised you didn't take after your mom. No, that's her thing. Because my mom was competitive as I'm competitive. My mom was way competitive. But again, my mom whipped ass on Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. My mom had the highest scores, period, on those games. Centipede. So again, only video games are for boys. Video games are for men. My mom worked, of course, in restaurants and everything. She was a chef. And she had the high scores in all of these games. My mom didn't believe in gender inequality. She'd whip everybody's ass. In my previous video, as I said, she would beat the shit out of guys. My mom never lost a fight, male or female. My mom, not even a big woman, a little skinny ass woman, and she would whip everyone's ass. So this whole bullshit about inequality. And I'm tired of people going, well, that's your mom. That was your grandma. That's anybody. What did my mom do that you can't do? Was my mom Batman? A billionaire, like, toys and devices and a bat plane? Was she Superwoman with super strength? No. She was just an intelligent, strong-willed, and confident woman. And she did what she needed to do. So for all these 2019, for us to be still talking like we're back in the fucking 40s, y'all, it's you damn liberals that are perpetuating this stupid bullshit. Y'all are pushing this lie. And it is a straight lie. My mom was nothing, well, she was special, but she was nothing special in the sense that other women can't do this. My mom would get in other women's faces when it came to, if she heard this crap about inequality and gender bias, and if she ever heard a female saying that in her presence, my mom would be like Medea. She'd be grabbing that woman and being like, why can't you do this? Who said you can't do this? Oh, my boyfriend did, or my husband did. Do you believe that do you believe that? Well, no, not really. Well, then get off your ass and do something. That would be my mom. But as I said, it's not like she was anything special to why she was able to accomplish things that any other female could not accomplish. These sports star, oh my God, certain sports, women should be allowed. Let women into baseball. Make it, because it's baseball. There are a lot of women I know that can kick ass at basketball. Let them play with the men. Why is there still let them have their own thing, a WNBA. But if there are women out there who could easily be on a men's team. Let them do it. Let them prove themselves. Oh, we're not ready for that. Why not? We've been ready for that since the 70s. We've been ready for that. Why in 2019 are we not ready for that? Golf. Freaking golf. Let women into that. When Danica Patrick, Indy driver, and plus there was another woman from back in the 70s who paved the way for NASCAR. She was a great driver. The men did keep trying to stand in her way, not because she couldn't do it, but because they just didn't want her to, because those men were sexist. I'm not sexist. If a woman could do it, great, let her do it. Do it to the standard that's supposed to be done, but let her do it. Just like not every, can every man just jump in a NASCAR and just drive a NASCAR? No. So why are people going to stand in a woman's way from doing that? Can everybody play golf professionally? No. So that excludes the majority of men. So why not have women play with the men in the PGA? Why not let women, yes, a Serena Williams is not going to go against a Nadal. That's just fact. Nadal's going to whip that ass. Is a Serena Williams going to beat, because what we're talking the top 100? Is a Serena Williams going to beat the majority of those men? Probably. So if you got men that are out there who are sponsored, making millions of dollars, and still within the top 100, why can't she be over there? Why can't she be in that top 100 making her money in the men's? Why not? No, because she wants to be ranked number one, which of course that ain't going to happen in the men's. You're not going to have her go against Federer or Nadal and beat them. That's just fact. They're going to whip her ass. But she can still at least beat the majority of men. So why not do that? Oh, damn screensaver. I wish I could turn that off. But back to video games, which was the whole point. There have been, going back for years, where you could play a female character. Most of my characters, World of Warcraft, Baldur's Gate, Destiny 2, most Division, most of the games that I play that you could play a female character, most of those characters, and I've had women have asked me, why do you play mostly female characters? Because I'd rather look at a female than a male. Simple as that. Rather look at a female's butt running across my screen because it's right there on my screen than the male's butt. But you can play female characters. And as I said, video games weren't some grand secret that just popped up yesterday. Video games have been out since the 70s. Women have been able to play these games. As I said, boys are dumb. So it's not like there's none of this bullshit about we kept girls from playing video games. No, because we wanted to spend time, because I love her. Oh, I want her to be by my side. Oh, I'm a horny guy. So yeah, we wanted the girlfriends by us. And of course, the whole happy wife, happy life. Well, same thing when it came to girlfriends. So it's one of those, well, I still want to play. Well, I want to spend time with you. Okay, I spent time with you yesterday. So, it's one of those. So you want me to give up my guy time? You still get to do your girl time, but you want to give up my guy time to still spend time with you. It's like, women are evil when it comes to that mess. Women are straight up evil, which is one of the reasons why my mom was like, no, don't get fooled by the bullshit that women are weak. Women aren't weak. Helen of Troy, Cleopatra, women aren't weak. Women are manipulative as hell. So my mom taught me those games that women play on our men's emotions, on our sexual drive, all these little games that girls play. Well, I guess I'm not going to kiss you. I guess I'm not going to touch you if you don't come over. See, yeah, I stopped playing that bullshit around high school. I stopped playing that bullshit. When me and my friends would go to the gym, the girls were allowed to come. As I said, my mom was a black belt. She was a martial artist. When we'd go to the gym, the girls could have come to work out. Now, but see, most of the girls didn't want to work out. They just wanted to go just to be there, just sit there. I mean, I tried having one of my girlfriends go because it's like when we go to the gym, when me and the guys go to the gym, we go to work out, period. That's what we're there for. Oh, okay, I understand. And I had my girlfriend at the time go, and the whole time, and it was like, you know what? I told you, and I was pissed. And we didn't break up over it. We could have, and I still wouldn't have cared. Because I can't stand, as I said, the way I was raised by my strong mother, I can't stand that bullshit that women tell, the lies. Well, okay, so I lied. I just wanted to be with you. But I told you straight out, you weren't coming unless you were going to work out. Because when we're at the gym, that's what we're at the gym for, is to exercise. That's what we're there for. Yeah, I know. So you lied. Well, that's funny. You women don't want us to lie, but y'all can lie all damn day and come up with the dumbest fucking excuses and just throw out, well, PMS or emotional bullshit. See, it's the reason why I don't even believe women should be in positions of leadership unless you were like my mom or my grandma. Unless you were like my mom or my grandma, I don't believe women should be in positions of leadership because I think the majority of women are led by their emotions and weak. My mom felt the same damn way. So this isn't a sexist comment. So please don't sit there for anybody who watches this video and turn around and attack, oh, you're sexist. I was raised by my mom and my grandmother, two of the strongest women in history of my life that I have ever known. So no, I ain't sexist. Because if my mom were standing here right next to me, she'd be saying the same damn thing about weak ass bitches. It's not sexist, it's fact. I'm getting really, really sick and tired of y'all turning truth into opinion. Facts are facts. You can have your own opinion, you can't have your own facts. Facts are facts. Most women are weak-willed. Most women are weak emotionally. That is just straight fact because it's biology. We're not androids. We're not freaking data from the next generation. We're not data, emotionless. We're not freaking, we're not Spock. It's so stupid. It is really, really stupid. We are human beings. Can't ignore biology. We're not robots. We're not androids. We have emotions. We have feelings. There's just biological things. Yes, we have a human brain. We have a brain. We have intelligence. We have wisdom. But that does not mean that we still somehow transcended emotion and everything. We're not the Vulcans. So it's ridiculous. Women should not be in positions of leadership because most women, unless you are a strong-willed woman, not emotionally weak. I mean, look at AOC. Oh my God, that woman is weak as hell. My mom would grab that bitch by her hair, slam her on the table, and be like, "No, you get out, get out." Well, I got elected. No, get the fuck out. Quit right now because you are too damn weak to hold this much power. That would be my mother. But this lie, as I said, we wanted our girlfriends to play because we wanted our girlfriends there. We wanted our girlfriends to share in that with us, something that we like. It's funny how women want us to share in their stuff. I mean, I was a smart guy. I went shopping with the girls, with my girlfriends. Mark, boys don't like shopping. I like shopping. I wanted to see what the draw of it was, why the girls like that stuff. When I was a kid, I played with dolls. My boyfriend, my guy friends with you, oh, I can't believe you're playing with the girls. You're playing dolls with the girls. No, motherfucker, I'm the smart one. I'm over here with the girls. It's like, I still play with you guys. I still play hide and seek and all the stuff that we kids did and the things that the guys did, playing war and all that stuff. I did all that stuff. But in a lot of the times, I was playing with the girls. A lot of my friends, when I told them that, because it was this one girl I liked, and the girls were playing dolls. I can't remember the girl's name right now. But the guys found out I was over there, and they were like, Mark, you going to come play with us? And I'm like, no, I'm going to stay here. But you're playing dolls. So? And they all tried to humiliate me and whatever. Well, then I walked them back out because we were in the backyard. I walked them out front. It was at one of the girls' houses. I walked them out front, and they were still picking on me. And I'm like, y'all are the idiots. I'm here with the girls. Y'all go play with the guys. Peace out. Bye. That's when they were like, wait a second. Wait, hold on here. It's like, yeah, see, my mom even was like, Mark, you're smart. You're with the girls. You're spending time with the girls. You're learning shit. You're hearing their secrets. You're hearing, what they want, what they like. You're learning that stuff. See, I was the smart one. But there's no secret club that is keeping girls away from things. I mean, every time we've come across it, my ex-wife played World of Warcraft. She played D&D with us. She played White Wolf with us. She played a lot of these games with us. Sonic, all that. She played these games with us. And a lot of my guy friends, man, damn, my Mark, you were so lucky. Man, you got a wife who actually plays video games and shit. Damn, man. Wish I had that. My girl don't do that mess. See, so I was lucky. Current girlfriend right now plays World of Warcraft and a whole bunch of other games. A lot. I'm not going to date somebody who does not play video games or doesn't like anime or doesn't do cosplay or doesn't do Amp Guard or doesn't do Ren fairs. I'm not going to date. I'm never getting married again, period. Never again. But I am not going to date a woman that doesn't do those things. These are things I like, and there are plenty of women who do these things. Plenty of women. So this, as I said, this inequality of women to video games and everything else is a complete lie. There have been video games out there since the 70s, and girls have been able to play the whole time. The whole time. Well, it's not directed towards them. You can play a female character. That's pretty much directed towards them. You can play a female character. So where's this lie coming from that something's in their way of playing? Anyway.
It's going to play this mode. Let's just be realistic. And really, if we want to be real with it, the people that are going to play it are going to.
Just the same way as Battlefield lost a lot of customers when they added. It is supposed to be a historically based game. But here they added women to World War I. Women were not in World War I as far as out there on the front lines. No, that's not what happened. Stop trying to change history when it comes to that shit. Stop it. If we're talking a fantasy game, whatever. But stop trying to change history. Oh, women were out there on the battlefields. No, they weren't. No, they were not. But Battlefield lost a lot of customers because they got woke. Now, NBA 2K is going to do the same damn thing. They're going to lose a lot of customers because of this bullshit. The WWE with the man, stupid ass bitch, whatever. You are not a man. You are not taking. Oh, Stone Cold. He. We're neighbors, and I mean, I'm Black Irish, so I've got no problem with that. I've got no problem with a woman doing what she wants to do. But you are not going to beat no Stone Cold. You are not going to beat The Rock. You are not going to beat Roman Reigns. You are not going to. This is the real world we're talking about. This is the real world. China was special. China was different. China also was I forgot what they called her, the ninth wonder of the world. China was, steroids or whatever, but she was a big woman. That you could tell that woman could bench. That you could tell that woman was strong. Becky Lynch? The man? Shut the hell up with that shit. She is not going to beat the majority of men in the WWE. But yes, it's entertainment. Yes, it's entertainment, but stop perpetuating some stupid fucking lie. You even see how Rey Mysterio's character beats people. He's not a big guy. He's a small guy. But you see how he beats people. But the way y'all run Becky Lynch is like she's as strong as The Rock. Wait a minute. So you got a little guy who's about the same size as fucking Becky Lynch doing everything in his power to use his speed to pin somebody and run out of the ring. But Becky Lynch is supposed to be She-Hulk, even though she's smaller than somebody like Rey Mysterio, of all people. She's smaller than Rey Mysterio, but she's as strong as The Rock. So you basically have insulted the cruiserweight division, who are men. You've completely insulted them that they can't outpower a Roman Reigns, but yet this bitch can, even though she's smaller than most of the cruiserweight. That's the shit that I can't stand. But as he's pointing out in this video, who are the ones that are going to mostly play this game? Men. The WNBA has been around for years. Who are the majority of the people who go to those games? If anybody goes at all. Sorry, got to be truthful. Men. It's not mostly women. The movie A League of Their Own, based on a true story. It was mostly men who went to those events, not women. Any events that are women, golf, tennis, who are the majority of the people in the stands? The men. Women are just not interested in video games, sports, that's the majority of women. So to sit there and keep pushing and pushing and pushing this bullshit, so you're trying to turn women into men and men into women. Okay, so then that would be inequality again. That's not equaling things out. That's what you idiots think. Well, if we make more women like men and more men like women, that'll equal out, right? No, it'll just flip-flop. That's all it's going to do. So now you have inequality again. Here's the thing, when you speak to a fucking liberal or feminist about that shit, well, it's about time. That's what maybe needs to happen. I thought y'all wanted equality, so then you don't want equality. You're lying your asses off. You don't want equality. You want inequality. You want you to be at the top of the pyramid. And going back to my mom, then earn that. Earn it. You want to be at the top of the pyramid? Then work for it. Earn it. Don't turn around and, Donahue was a white man. Oprah came in and kicked his ass, a black woman. So there's no glass ceiling. Stop with that bullshit. Stop.
Play it to make jokes and videos and stuff like just to make jokes out of it, which is what they did out of this. And they ran right into it. It has less to do with the sexism, which, yes, you can argue that's a part of it, but more to do with the fact that this game has so many problems. And instead of addressing that, they had to spend a certain section because they promoted it as such. This is what really gets me, is that they spent all this time mocapping everything. Ryan, these are females, right? It's not going to play like the regular NBA game. So they had to do all these mocaps, which you can see the videos. Here comes the WNBA. And they did all these different things to try to integrate this into NBA 2K. So it's going to play like a different game because, again, these are different types of players. So instead of Mike Wang, who was the head gameplay guy over there, developing, you're seeing him in this video, instead of him focusing on the other aspects and fixing the game, which they should have been doing this year's cycle anyway, which was fixing this goddamn game. They spent an amount of time, and you can say, yeah, they may have hired more people and so forth, but those are resources that were dedicated now to a mode that nobody's going to play, that's being put into the game as a way to basically say, well, we're being inclusive. Now, this isn't me being sexist or bullshitting or anything like that. It's not.
And see, that's what gets me about people when they do that. When it doesn't matter if it's a male or a female who says that comment, who makes that kind of a comment, and then all of a sudden you're being sexist. Like when I call out black people for the dumb shit that they do. Oh, you're being racist against your own kind. You know what? Fine, I guess I am. I don't think I am because I'm not calling out race. See, here's what gets me. Y'all want to talk equality? Well, then where is the inequality? Oh, well, because most things are owned by white people. Most things, well, yeah, they are, because that is coming from history where most of these inventions, where most of these creations were created by white people. They were. If a black person could have invented the car, black as Mark Zuckerberg said in the stupid whatever movie and everything, if they had created Facebook, they would have created Facebook. Well, if a black man had created the vehicle, the car, the black man would have created the car, but he didn't. A white man did. If a black man could have created electricity, then a black man would have done it, but he didn't. See, so no. Yes, there were things that are run by white people, but that's because it's coming from the past when there was that discrimination and everything else. These things were created. Oh, why aren't there many more black, sport team owners? Because, well, yeah, hate to tell you, but who created these sports? Was it black people? Did black person create basketball? No. Did a black person create baseball? No. Did a black person create football? No. So, yeah, it was probably white owners. That it was white people created it, white owners, and that's just the way it is. Well, there's majority of black people playing these sports now, so there needs to be no. So you want to what? Force white owners to sell just so black owners can take over? No. If a white owner or a white family wants to sell their team and a black owner or owners pull their money together and they want to do that, then let them do that. But y'all are literally talking about taking away something so you can gain something. No. You want it? Earn it. Don't be stealing somebody else's shit. Don't be taking away somebody else's stuff just so you can have it. Earn it. How about create your own thing, like Malcolm X said? Which it wasn't until Young Ripa, a video that he has, Young Ripa 59. Young, and then it's Ripa, RIPPA 59. I thought Malcolm X was a piece of shit. I always thought Malcolm X was a piece of shit. But then again, I was basing it off of, just the way I was raised and, MLK, Martin Luther King. But it wasn't until watching one of his videos that it broke down what Malcolm X actually said. Stop trying to take the white man's stuff. Create your own. Why do you got to try and take a white man's business? Make your own. Do it on your own. That way you can be truly proud of it. Just because you took from the white man doesn't make you better. Creating your own, standing on your own 2 feet, that will make you equal or better. So this whole gender swapping mess and blackwashing characters and shit, Malcolm X would not be happy about that at all. He wouldn't. And it's funny now that the truth of people used to black power, black power, black power, Malcolm X, Malcolm X, Malcolm X. But then when they started finding out the truth, funny how black people stopped praising Malcolm X all of a sudden. These young people anyway. Funny how they stopped praising him once they found out the truth of what Malcolm X actually promoted. Interesting.
Not a whole lot of female like sports gamers anyway. Certainly with NBA 2K, there's not a whole lot of them, and the ones that do play, they obviously are more intrigued by the men's side of things, just like everybody else is that watches basketball, including other females. Nobody watches the WNBA. I believe it's lost money the last 20-some years. That league is being specifically subsidized by the NBA. That's the only reason it exists.
Yep. There's millions of women out there. Millions of women. Why aren't they at these games supporting the women? I thought, women's rights, right? Women's rights. Stand up for women. So why aren't women supporting women? That's the biggest lie of all. Women are evil as shit. Women don't even like other women. So this whole unification of women are biologically can't stand other women. They can't. My mom taught me that when I was a kid. This whole unification of women and girls and everything else. No. Women are evil as shit, especially to their own kind. So funny how the NBA is subsidizing the WNBA because the WNBA is losing a lot of money because women aren't going to these games. So why aren't women supporting themselves? Why aren't women supporting other women? Because women are fucking evil pieces of shit. That's why. It's not because men are standing in their way. What men are standing at the front doors to WNBA games going, you can't come in here. No, you can't come in here. No, nobody's doing that. So support women. But they're not. So I don't know, as I said, I keep pointing out this fake inequality of the sexes. Women can support other women. They don't. Women are evil as hell. Oh my God. We're talking about their own best friends. You watch these movies, which are not just movies, because I saw it firsthand in school. Be their best friend one day and the next day, oh my God, look at her. Can't believe she wore that. Oh, she's just trying to outdo me. Oh my God, she's such a slut. She was your best friend yesterday. Oh no, I hate her today. Women are evil as hell.
It's not generate revenue like that. They exist because they are subsidized by the NBA. So this is a mode that is being focused on. Again, it has its own gameplay. It has its own blog. And I want to go to that real quick so you guys know what I'm talking about in terms of what happens. So each year, it's really amazing that they get away with doing this. But each year, they come out with these notes right before, like the month before the game comes out. They do a gameplay blog, they do a presentation blog, they do a my career blog, they do a my team blog. And one of the big blogs that they did was centered around the WNBA, which is why you can see this if you go to her Facebook. To Candace Parker, she was helping with the mocap. This is the video that I'm talking about here. But welcome to the NBA. So they have this blog, Felicia Steenhouse here, a longtime NBA producer, yada yada. So yeah, as you can see this here, they play different. So they've been spending this time mocapping, and again, this you call it selfish or whatever. I really don't care. So it's Mike Wang, head gameplay guy. They're spending time developing this, and the game's so broken. This is a game, it's a pretend ass game that they're acting is a fucking simulation basketball game, and it has so many damn problems, and they fucking worried about putting this shit in the game. And the game is so broke. So when you take that into consideration, and this past year, a lot of people were not satisfied with it, then this is the news that we get. They may have done that in a different climate when they were coming off a strong year, but they did come off a really strong year, even though I would argue that this game improved a little bit from the previous installation in NBA 2K18. NBA 2K19 is a little bit of an improvement, which is that's not saying much, but believe it or not, it did get better. And here we are. But the game had a lot of gripes because it's supposed to be this very competitive game. That's what they've been talking about, having so much competitive. And it's a simulation. That's what they've always been about. Simulation basketball game. It's the most unrealistic joke of a game, period. And they are worried about the mocaps and all of this other nonsense. To put in a promoted it like this is big thing, WNBA gameplay blog. Nobody's gonna play this mode. So of course the jokes came, and people are gonna make fun of you. This is why I say that you ran right into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the bad woman thing I talked about, and how if they had that first initial trailer come out in a different climate where people weren't on the edge, it might have hit better. But they should have known that putting that shit out in the midst of all of the problems that we've been seeing with comic book character development. Captain Marvel just came out. That's a terrible first trailer to put out, and they put it out. It may have landed different in a different climate. They may could have put them in there if they were coming off a strong year that had addressed a lot of issues, a lot of cheesy issues. Didn't that actually, if it actually corrected problem, it for once was the game that wasn't riddled with this. Oh, you got to pay all this money to just even compete with other people. But even not just that, just the overall cheese. It's not about really talent on the sticks. It's more so how can you abuse the game. Which isn't a talent at all. It's not. It doesn't make it fun or bite.
All right. Well, for me, he's getting off subject to what I wanted to post the video about. But as I said, this fake inequality bullshit, which he did point out, the WNBA is falling by the wayside. And it's funny how these women are trying to blame the men. How are you blaming men that the WNBA isn't doing well? How are you blaming men for that? Well, because men don't go to the games. Whoa, I thought this was the WNBA, women. So why aren't women going to support women? Why do you need men to support you? Why? It makes, this is just straight up bullshit. We don't need men anymore. Yeah, y'all do. I guarantee you there'll be more fighting if men became weaker. I guarantee you there'd be, to where women took over, like a matriarchal, like the Drow in D&D, the Dark Elves. If we made it, female, oh my God, it would be so much better. Bullshit. There would be way more bickering and way more fighting. I guarantee it. Because all these wars are out there because of men. Oh yeah, you let all these world leaders, Russia, China, and everything, all be women, and y'all are gonna get along, right? There'll be way more bickering and way more fighting and way more wars if women were all that in charge. I guarantee it, because women are. Look at high school, which people work. High school isn't the real world. You're right. It isn't the real world, but look how women react. As a matter of fact, I'll give you the last 5 years, the majority of bar fights or club fights that I have seen in just the last 5 years, the majority of bickering that I have, and arguments that I have seen in just the last 5 years, was it men? No, it was women. Women are the ones that are getting into more fights, more bickering, more arguments than I've seen of men, period. A lot of even fights that I know about that were between the men wasn't even about the men. It was about the women. It was literally about the somebody's girlfriend or whatever, saying something, most of the fights that happened even between men somehow started with the women, somehow. So yeah, it's just, I'm telling you, this inequality stuff is straight up BS. Straight up. It's all a lie. It's all BS. As I said, look at the stuff that women have, and it's not succeeding, not because of men, but because of other women. Anyway, I keep trying to keep these things short, but you know how it goes. Anyway, love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace.